All right, good afternoon and welcome to yet another edition of this CFCA Connect for Culture podcast. My name is Patrick Sentong and we like always do every Thursday we discuss visual art. And I'm glad today to be joined by a one Lillian Aero or Locke, if I got that right.
Yes,
you're welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Good afternoon, viewers.
All right. Today, we are discussing visual art as the broader perspective, but most definitely, we are going to be discussing the craft that you've practiced and done for quite some time now.
Yep.
Let us talk beads making. Understand, Lillian, you're into beads making, production, quality control, pricing, and costing.
Yes.
Let us start from there. Tell us more about the entire beads element within the section of visual art.
Thank you so much, Patrick. So beading, we do recycled paper beads. And we do the earrings, the necklaces, the bracelets, but we don't stop at there. Okay. Still those beads that are recycled from magazines, from newspapers, from flyers, from posters, most especially the waste, what we would consider as waste paper that is not used, and the different offices or companies want to dump them. We collect that or we buy that and then we recycle them into beads.
Okay.
So we cut these beads, and this whole idea was generated from the idea when we were back as children, as we were growing up. We would make, you would go into the garden of potatoes, and then you pick the potato vine and you pick the leaf. Okay. So now that stalk there, as children, as we were playing, we would break them into small kind of bead-like, and you put them on your wrist. You can put them on your neck as necklaces. So that is where the whole idea.
Your inspiration.
Yes.
Maybe for in Mansley language, there are different elements or types of art. Much of the art that is well known is the drawing.
Yes.
Yeah. So beads falls under what category of visual art, if we might?
It is handcrafts.
Handcrafts.
Yes, something that you can idealize it and then produce it making with your hands. Something like basketry, where you have to weave it. So it falls under weaving. Yes.
Okay. So where are you based and where do you do all this kind of work? But even before we get there, let us start here. What exactly do you do? Understand you're doing the pricing, the costing, the quality control. Where are you based to do all these kinds of work around, around this handcraft?
So we are based in Namugongo on Janda Road, opposite Fokolari community. That is where we are based, and we've been there for the last 15 years.
Okay.
Yes, that is where we do all our, we don't do all our biddings from there because we work with communities of single mothers, widows, and teenage mothers. So majorly the bidding is, everyone knows that the bidding is done in Acholi quarters in Banda. So we have a few women that we work with in that area who do the bidding. But we also do trainings in the different designs of the bidding that we need.
Okay.
Yes, that is where we do it from. And then the groups of women that we work with, we train them into the product design, because we have tailor-made products for our specific clientele.
Okay.
So we train them into exactly what we want. And after training them in exactly what we want, they produce the product depending on the client's need.
Okay.
Yes. So after that, we train them also into the costing of the product and the quality, because our major aim is from the start, where we started from doing our bidding, we started off with exporting the beadwork. That was back in 2010.
Okay.
So in 2010, we started off with export. So our main focus is on standardizing the product to meet the export market.
Okay, so what kinds of people do you have in the production process, and how does one get to be a part of it?
So in our production process, we have men who do for us the cutting bit of it, and we have very few men. Now, when it comes to the rolling, to the polishing, to the making of the final product, we have all through women. And these women have to be strictly single mothers, widows from HIV/AIDS or widows,
Okay.
and then single mothers and teenage mothers.
Okay.
Girls who have gotten pregnant, as long as you're 17 years and above.
Okay.
Yes.
So in simple terms, you're also trying to give back to society.
Yeah.
Join a touch of empowering
Exactly.
and skilling
Yes.
the communities.
Yes.
So where is the market for this?
We have the market across the world, including our neighbors in Kenya.
Okay.
Yes, including our neighbors in Rwanda, the Tanzanians. Yes, we have the Comesa region where we send in our products. However, our main market as us Namugongo Good Samaritan Organization under NACAO, we export to the United States.
Okay.
Yes, that is where our biggest market is. We have the East African community, we have the Comesa region,
Yes.
but our biggest market is into the USA.
Okay, let us speak production. What are the processes involved? Let me say, I am looking at part of what you're wearing. I don't know if also what I'm wearing is part of what you do.
Yes.
So what is the process? What are the processes that are involved in the production?
So the process is a little bit complex
Okay.
in that we have the measurements. You first get the colors of the product. Let me take you a little bit behind. So as we are making for the United States or UK, United Kingdoms or Germany, we look at the color patterns and we also focus on the seasons during that time of production. So what is required in the production? What do the market need at that time? So we first of all look at the market trend. We look at the trending colors of the season, and then we look at the season. We have now spring that is coming up, April, May, June. And then we have summer that is coming, July, August, September. So when we look at that, we pick out the colors of those seasons.
Okay.
Then we start off with measuring the sizes of papers that we want. And it is cut into the different sizes, then rolled. They roll them and apply office glue to make it stick together. Then you string it up and then polish it with what we call saddle binder,
Okay.
which is healthy. You don't consume it, but it's healthy for on human body and all that. You don't react to it. You don't, unless you're really, really very sensitive.
Okay, yeah, still on that same part, talking about that does not, involve the body reaction. Are there certain preventive measures or protective kind of measures that are involved? Let me say, with some of the equipment that you use, some of the raw materials that might damage, probably, I believe the hands are the main, parts of the body that are used. How is that? Are
Yes,
there
so-
certain challenges that are involved?
Yes, there are challenges because after a very long time of you sitting and rolling the paper bead, definitely you'll have a little bit of chest issues after a long run.
Yes.
So what happens is we have to make sure that we limit how long a woman sits to make
Okay.
sure that they work on those on the rolling and stringing of the beads.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so generally, what is the state for a person like you that has been in practice for over 10 years? You said coming to 15 now.
Yes.
What is the state of, this beading in Uganda, or the handcraft industry in Uganda? Where does it stand today?
Today, actually, so many people have embraced the beading, and so many people have gone back into the traditional kind of, it's getting back into the system where we want the handmade products, our very own products that are made. So we, as a community of Uganda, I see most people embracing the beadwork. They're embracing the culture of wearing beads and incorporating it into different kind of products like the scarves. You find scarves that have beadwork on it. You find dolls that have beadwork on it, pepper beads. Then you have handbags that have beadwork on it. Then you have different kind of products.
I totally understand. Recently, with the coming of the new lower secondary school curriculum,
Yes.
some of these are the bits that were added onto that. How did that feel for you as practitioners in this industry?
Actually, for us, it excited us because it helps our children to understand their culture and then promote their culture. Now, this young generation comes with a different kind of idea and innovation and styles and designs.
Okay.
So you find that as they are making the beads, they are also incorporating in their kind of creativity and trends in that that lifestyle. And then it also increases on the production where it kind of reduces the issue that we have in Uganda that say, oh, if you have an order, you cannot fulfill it because you don't have the capacity. Now, incorporating the new curriculum, and they're making these handcrafts, we find that in the next generation, we are having more artisans making the products, which increases on the capacity of production.
You know, by government rolling out this curriculum and bringing in these hand skills, the skilling aspect to it, they aimed at solving the unemployment question.
Yes.
Because today when you look at the numbers, most of the young people, the population as per the results that were released last year by the population body, they showed that young people are the most, young people below the age of 35. But our education system used to, back in the day, to focus more on the white collar jobs, careers that are more professional, and they had neglected, the skilling bit of it. But to be specific to the beading and the handcraft, does it really, and is it something that if a person chose to give their all, let me say like their day job and that is what they're investing in, putting their time in, is it something that can fully sustain someone? And how is that, if you're to paint a picture?
An example is me myself.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. I started beadwork when I was in senior 5. And beadwork has sustained me. It is one of the things that has educated me at the university. And it has educated me at the university. I completed most of my OGs and OBs at the university, knew very well that I was doing beadwork. And at that time, I was already selling it. And it was the one paying for my school fees. So, and when I got out, it also has sustained my family. When you talk to so many women and other artisans who are into the handcraft business, you find that they have acquired so many assets from handicrafts and beadwork itself. So, which means it is so sustainable if you put in your whole and you put in the new innovations and the ideas and you follow the trends and the designs. It is so sustainable.
Okay, with a background like that one, it brings me to a question. How are you people in the industry structured? How are you organized under associations? Let me say if authorities, government or the arts industry chose to empower and support people in the handcraft industry, how are you organized and how can they reach out to you?
Oh, it's very easy. We have NACAO, which is National Arts and Craft Cultural Association, which brings together all the handcrafts, people who are into handcraft, making and training. What NACAO does is it gives out training and it gives out market opportunities. It gives out networking opportunities to every member. So if the government wants to support us, definitely it has to go through NACAO, which is a registered body and an association that supports us who are into the handicrafts. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about quality assurance. That's it's part of what your team in Namugongo offers.
Yes.
How is that and how do you assure that? What are some of the key aspects that you look at in terms of quality assurance for these products?
So our quality assurance, we have stages that come in right away from the measurements of actually picking out the peppers itself, what kind of quality of product that we are picking out. Okay, because it gives us the end result. And then how do we measure it? So if you definitely cut the pepper in a crooked way, you will get a crooked bead. And then when we finish beading, we do sorting of the beadings.
Okay.
Yes, the perfect ones, we have grade A, grade B, grade C, and grade D. So the D is kind of like the rough kind of work, which is maybe deformed or unshaped or something like that.
Okay.
Yes. So we follow up all that, and then it comes to the polishing. Now, when you come to making the final product, it also has, we have a list of what somebody has to follow and check out for, isn't it rough? Is it smooth enough? So that, because like personally, I have a sensitive skin. If anything which is rough, it will definitely irritate my skin and I'll get skin irritation.
Okay.
So you will test that out using your fingers to know the smoothness, the roughness. Although there are clients who want something that is a little bit rough, they want to feel that kind of pepper, the pepper itself.
Yes.
And then there are those who want the smooth part of it, and they don't want to feel the pepper, but they want to see the design.
Okay.
Yes.
Let us talk skilling. What are the, let me say if I'm interested or I have a relative, a young person out there in vacation, and I would want them to gain these skills. What is the process? That's one. But two, how long is the program? What are the different packages that you have that a person can go through? To, are you also certified by probably the DIT in that regard?
Oh, so we are in the process of applying for,
Formalizing.
for the DIT certification. But all these years we have been doing like kind of skilling for vacists or young
groups.
mothers, special groups or organizations that want us to skill.
Okay.
So the process is very simple. You reach out to our office admin and then you tell them what you want to skill in, and then we give you the quotation of what is needed. Usually our training takes between 3 to 5 working days if you are good enough. If we feel that you still need some, the maximum time we can give you is 2 weeks for you to have perfected the beadwork.
Okay. So
Yes.
skilling projects like these are aimed at solving the, like we had earlier talked, solving the unemployment question. So if a person moved out of that program after a week and one, they have gotten the skills,
Yes.
what does it now take for them to start up their own kind of, I should call it a startup, ideally handcraft startup, so that they can start making these products and then starting to sell and make some money? What are the what is involved in that? Let me say capital. If I've gone through that particular program for a week, what will it take me to start producing by myself and marketing and making money?
Usually you will need 50,000 Uganda shillings.
So with 50,000?
With 50,000 Uganda shillings, you can start up your art and craft. Yes.
How many
the beadwork.
businesses? How many businesses will really start with 50,000?
Yeah, there are quite a few of them. Pancake making is one of them. Yes, but with this, you can get all the materials that you need. With the 50,000,
Yes.
you can get all the materials that you need to start up your business. Because you will need elastic, you will need gauze wire, you will need the hooks, you will need the clasps, then you will need the varnish, you will need the pepper. Yes. So
And
we give you the list of the things that you would need.
And this is something a person can start from anywhere, even from
Exactly.
their parents' house.
In
from
your
those
bedroom.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But now that brings me to the question of the market.
Yes.
I am done with the program, let me say for a week. I have my 50,000 or even 100,000 to kickstart me up. After having these products, how do I start to make money, or where is the market?
Patrick, do you have friends?
I do have friends.
Perfect. Those are your first clients. Do you have sisters, brothers, cousins, aunties, uncles? Do you have
Family,
them?
yes.
Family.
Yes.
Those are the first people to buy your product. Actually, you yourself, you're the first person. I can't leave my house without wearing any of my products.
Oh,
Yes, I'm the first client.
so you change them. let me say,
Yes,
on a
depending on the mood that I have that day, I keep on
Yes.
changing. So if today I wake up like now, today I woke up and I'm in the mood of putting on a fabric, African
Earring.
fabric earring and a beaded bracelet.
Okay.
That's it. And then tomorrow I'll wake up and I want to put on 10 of my recycled paper bracelets.
Okay.
Or yes.
So
and
I
the
believe
necklace
as you
and-
move out there, some people will ask, "Oh, I like this. Where-"
What is that?
Then you like, "I offer
Exactly.
this, I can
Yes,
do this."
I sell this. Yes.
But you know, at the broader level, let me say the national level, how can stakeholders in this arts and culture industry, to be specific for you people in the handcraft world, how can they help or assist in relation to this element of the market? Because I want to believe now, like you're in Namugongo, situated in Namugongo, how does the products, how do the products that are manufactured in Namugongo from your space, I believe you've talked of the family. For a person who has just gone through your program, they will get the family, the friends to market and sell there. How does one get to a national level or even international level from the aspect of authorities stepping in to help you on the market issue, if they are to help?
If the authority is to help, opportunities of showcasing our products, most especially on different platforms. Like we have international events that come up in our countries. If the handcrafts sector is given that opportunity to
space.
display space and give them strategic positions where they can display their products and showcase their creativity.
Okay.
That is one of the way they can promote. However, someone who has just started and they are in their sitting room or in their kitchen, they've started it in their kitchen or on their veranda.
Okay.
One thing that I can tell you, most of the young people, 40 years and below, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok. Those are the platforms that I really know that they are very active on.
Okay.
The first thing is post it. Okay? Hey guys, this is what I do, this is what I make, you know, something like that.
Yes.
And then it will attract, because you don't have followings only in Uganda. Most of our families, we have relatives, we have friends, we have somebody that you know that is outside of Uganda.
And you see also with the internet and the metaverse system, when you post something from within the industry, let me say beads or handcrafts, the system itself online finds a way of how it places you into that right market.
Exactly.
So before you know it, even a person in the US, a person in America,
already seeing it.
Europe is already tapping into that.
Exactly.
All right, so at
Yeah.
the center in Namugongo, apart from the skilling bit of it, what are some of those, I believe there are other, you know, soft skills that you offer as additional to the main, you know, mainstream skilling? What are some of those?
Like we mentioned, we do the standardization and also we do the costing and pricing, because that is the area that most of us, the artisans, have failed in.
Yes.
We make a product and we just estimate the price. Okay, I've made the product for, like, I've used 5,000
Okay.
to buy the materials, and then I end up costing for only the money that I've used for buying the materials. I forget about my rent.
Okay.
I forget about the time that I use. I forget about the meal that I've had. I forget about the airtime that I used or the transport. All those small nitty-gritties. Those are some of the soft skills that we give to the
To
the
people
artisans, yes, that
through
come
the
to
team.
us, yes. Yeah.
But generally, what are some of those more challenges? Yes, we've tackled the market bit, but I believe there are very many other challenges in that regard. What are some of those others generally?
Most of this is a mindset. Some people come to do the skilling just because they're idle and they don't have any, yes. So it's a mindset. I'm idle, and my kid is just staying at home and I need them to get a skill.
Meaning if even a better option comes through when they have just joined, they would just
Exactly.
move.
You get the point, yeah? So it is mindset. We do not have a positive mindset towards the skills development.
Okay.
Because I think this is because of the origin or the background that we had, that whoever goes into hands-on skills is a failure. Okay? But which is totally different from some of us. I embraced hands-on skills, not because I'm a failure, but because I had a passion for it. Okay. And I love what I'm doing. And that is what has sustained me into that business up to now. I have the passion and I love what I'm doing.
Okay, so in your view as an active practitioner, what, if you could paint for us a picture, how would you love this, your handcraft industry, to look like in the next 5 or 10 years?
One, I would love to see every Ugandan house that I walk in having a handmade product. Because back in tradition, as African tradition, one, you would find, like in my culture as an Acholi, you would find every girl wearing a necklace made from beads, wearing beads around their waist, wearing beads around their wrists, and earrings, necklaces, or even on their heads. Talk about the Karamojongs. And then in every household of a Muganda woman, you would find the baskets, which is used for storage. So if we could revive that, and in every house we have those kind of skills, it will promote, because it will show how attached we are with our culture, and it will also promote when a visitor comes who does not know your culture, they'll be like, oh, I've seen this in your house. What does it mean? And it gives you a basis to start explaining to them what it means and what you use it for.
Okay, so to reach that goal that you've told us, what should artisans, policymakers, and stakeholders do so that in the next 5 or 10 years, we're on that same page that you're talking about?
So one, we start from the artisans themselves. We have to make quality products that can attract our very own communities, to revive the love. That is the first thing we have to do, to make standardized and to make unique things, to come up with very creative ideas to make those products. Now, the policy makers is to help us promote our items. To help in every function. Right now I see, yes, the government is picking up, and you see most of our kikoi, our baskets are being used in different functions. And even the people who are into the decorating world, they are embracing the culture where you find that they're using the drums, they're using the baskets, they're using the calabashes for decoration. Yes, so if the policymakers could only make for us policies that are favorable and that can promote us, we would be really appreciative.
All right, Lillian, thank you so much. As we wrap up, what are some of those last words that you would have for this thriving young artisan in the world of handcraft? Some of those words to encourage them.
Some of the ideas that I have for the young person who is out there and you are coming up with that product, you're not on a wrong path. You are on a right path. Sticking to what you do and doing it with lots of passion and love and promoting it yourself, starting with yourself, will take you much more further. When you have a skill, it is one of the things that you can transfer to your children and your grandchildren. Why we have baskets today, it's because of our great-great-parents who transferred the skills to us, okay? Unlike the jobs that you want to do. It is okay for you to do the white-collar jobs, but then you cannot pass on that white-collar job to your children, but you can pass on the skills that you have to your children. So embrace what you have and go for it.
Okay, lastly, how can people get to reach out to your team online?
So we are online, and one thing that you have to Google is Google Namugongo Good Samaritan Organization.
Okay.
Yes, once you Google Namugongo Good Samaritan Organization, all our social media pages will pop out. Our website is www.ngso.org, and we are located. You can even find us on Google Maps.
Okay.
Yes, once you click Namugongo Good Samaritan Organization and you click on directions, it will take you right where we are.
All right. Thank you so much, Lillian. It's been a pleasure hosting you.
Thank you so much,
Hoping
Patrick,
to
for
see you
hosting me.
back.
You're
All right.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.